By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. You can do anything you set your mind to. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. You may delay, but time will not. Energy and persistence conquer all things. Well done is better than well said. Never leave till tomorrow that which you can do today. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. For every minute spent in organizing, an hour is earned. There are two ways to increase your wealth: increase your means or decrease your wants. The best is to do both at the same time. The only thing that is more expensive than education is ignorance. Genius is nothing but a greater aptitude for patience. One today is worth two tomorrows. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. He that can have patience can have what he will. When you are finished changing, you're finished. Change is the only constant in life. One's ability to adapt to those changes will determine your success in life. Work as if you were to live 1,000 years. Play as if you were to die tomorrow. Blessed is he who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. Any society that would give up a little liberty to gain a little security will deserve neither and lose both. Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out. Instead of cursing the darkness, light a candle. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Many people die at 25 and aren't buried until they are 75. Love your enemies, for they tell you your faults. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. If you do tomorrow what you did today, you will get tomorrow what you got today. He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. Being ignorant is not so much a shame as being unwilling to learn. Life's biggest tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. When you're testing to see how deep water is, never use 2 feet. Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. Speak ill of no man, but speak all the good you know of everybody. Success is the residue of planning. Never confuse motion with action. In wine there is wisdom, in beer there is freedom, in water there is bacteria. How few there are who have courage enough to own their faults, or resolution enough to mend them. We are all born ignorant, but one must work hard to remain stupid. A policy of life insurance is the cheapest and safest mode of making a certain provision for one's family. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that's the stuff life is made of. Contentment makes poor men rich, discontent makes rich men poor. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. Lost time is never found again. Time is money. Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that's the stuff that life is made of. You may delay, but time will not. It is the first responsibility of every citizen to question authority. If you want something done, ask a busy person. Reading makes a full man, meditation a profound man, discourse a clear man. Those who surrender freedom for security will not have, nor do they deserve, either one. You will observe with concern how long a useful truth may be known and exist before it is generally received and practiced on. Hide not your talents, they for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? Doing your best means never stop trying. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. A slip of the foot you may soon recover, but a slip of the tongue you may never get over. While we may not be able to control all that happens to us, we can control what happens inside us. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. There will be plenty of time to sleep once you are dead. Money makes money, and the money that makes money makes more money. Happiness depends more on the inward disposition of mind than on outward circumstances. Who is wise? He that learns from everyone. Who is powerful? He that governs his passions. Who is rich? He that is content. Who is that? Nobody. Happiness consists more in small conveniences or pleasures that occur every day than in great pieces of good fortune that happen but seldom to a man in the course of his life. Trouble knocked at the door, but, hearing laughter, hurried away. A house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. If you would not be forgotten, as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing. The learned fool writes his nonsense in better language than the unlearned, but it is still nonsense. The wise man draws more advantage from his enemies than the fool from his friends. I wake up every morning at 9 and grab for the morning paper. Then I look at the obituary page. If my name is not on it, I get up. The Constitution only guarantees the American people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself. Diligence overcomes difficulties. Sloth makes them. Whoever would overthrow the liberty of a nation must begin by subduing the freeness of speech. A good conscience is a continual Christmas. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. And if I'm supposed to be somebody else, why do I look like me? Life is a kind of chess, with struggle, competition, good and ill events. We must all hang together, or assuredly we shall all hang separately. If a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. Silence is not always a sign of wisdom, but babbling is ever a mark of folly. 'Tis a great confidence in a friend to tell him your faults, greater to tell him his. It is better to let 100 criminals go free than to imprison one innocent man. Believe none of what you hear, and half of what you see. The best of all medicines is resting and fasting. The only certain things in life are death and taxes. Fear not death, for the sooner we die, the longer we shall be immortal. Wine is constant proof that God loves us and loves to see us happy. By improving yourself, the world is made better. Be not afraid of growing too slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. In the affairs of this world, men are saved, not by faith, but by the lack of it. My refusing to eat meat occasioned inconveniency, and I have been frequently chided from my singularity, but my light repast allows for greater progress, for greater clearness of head, and quicker comprehension. Make yourself sheep, and the wolves will eat you. If all printers were determined not to print anything till they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed. Be civil to all, sociable to many, familiar with few, friend to one, enemy to none. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation, and only one bad one to lose it. Democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote. I look upon death to be as necessary to our constitution as sleep. We shall rise refreshed in the morning,